Hi, I'm Jack. Welcome back to my video about the Samsung 360 video. This is what I record on. This is what I've actually purchased. Been out less than a month. I've been looking at lots of videos on 360, and I've been looking at what cameras people are using. I particularly found Casey Neistat used a couple of VR. He's used the GoPro rig. He's also used another one that's very thin-like. It's very thin-like, and the video was like really crap on that. But then he got sponsored by Samsung, and Samsung sent him the very first prototypes of the 360 video. And I thought, wow, that is amazing footage, and it really comes out clear. And I've seen a lot of stuff he's done with this recently, so that's what made me choose this video, this sort of 360 camera to buy. Now, it's not cheap. They're £349 roughly, and it comes with a battery, and it comes with an SD card, but obviously you can put in a larger SD card if you want to. I think you can put probably up to size like 200GB on this if you wanted to, but I tend to go for 64GB. The 360 video files are slightly bigger, so because obviously it's recording all round, taking up much more data in, so they are much more bigger files. If you're recording something like 2-3 minutes, they can be sort of like, you know, just under a gig in size. If you're doing about 10-20 minutes of video recording, then they're going to be a lot bigger basically, so be prepared to play with big files. But with 360, especially if you're doing like 360 tours, you only need to do like a minute or so, just enough to look around, have a good nose and stuff. So you don't really need to like record too much of that, and then you can change position when you're recording, doing tours and stuff. So it's very simple and easy, so the files will be quite small. This records 4K in 360, so it's recording everything all around, and it records underneath as well. It has two cameras, either side, front and back camera, recording full 180 each side. So it covers the whole entire camera itself, and when you look down on the videos, you don't actually see the tripod itself, but it takes it out. But you do end up seeing the tripod stand, which you can, once you got it into editing software, you can actually write all that out anyway. It comes with this little stand I'm showing you here. It comes with that, and it comes with a nice little case you can put it in as well, and a cloth to keep the lens nice and clean. It is waterproof, but not for diving with, very much splash proof, things like that as well. So if you're playing water fights, things like that, then great, it will cover it. Inside we have pull the door open, nice and easy to get off. It has a seal there to keep it watertight. It's got a battery that comes with it, which is a Samsung battery. You can buy these separately. These are about £65 each, so not cheap. So you can have like 3 or 4 of these and have them charged and on the go. So it's quite nice and easy that way. Again, it just slides in there. I've not actually run out of battery on this, been out doing stuff, so it's pretty good. I'm not sure exactly what the charging time is. I'm not exactly sure how much recording time you can get out of it. So I tend to go and do a few bits I need to do, get back, download it, and then it's all ready to recharge again. It comes with an SD card in there, and I fitted a 64GB card, and also I've got the charging port in there to recharge the camera itself, which then I use the Samsung phone charger. I've charged it really pretty quick anyway. Shoots, you can choose to shoot with front camera, back camera, or both in 360. It records time lapse in 360, which is amazing. Time lapse in 360 live video. So when you watch it back, it looks fantastic. I do find sometimes when you've got this camera running for a while, because see all 4K cameras, they can generate a lot of heat. And it builds up a sort of like, you know, a bit of a mist in there. Once you power it off, wait a few minutes, and then that literally goes away and you can start filming again. But if you're outside and about and you've got a lot of wind blowing backs and forwards, I find that you don't really get that sort of effect. Apart from that, it's an absolute astonishing camera to use. So what I decided to do is one step further, because I've already got a Samsung phone. So with the Samsung phone itself, you can download the app, and you can literally see a live feed to the camera itself. And if I just quickly do this power on, I'll show you. And if we now click on the Samsung 360 app on here, and we then tap on the phone. Good thing about this is it's Bluetooth, so you can be quite a distance away from it. And when you initialize it, it actually turns the Bluetooth on there for you on. It turns off. I don't know actually how it does it, but when you tap on that saying connect to the camera, Bluetooth switches on, little blue light at the side here, so you can see that, and powers it all on. So that's the view you can see here. and you can sort of zoom in onto it, and you can put it around the side here, and then you can then pan around the camera and seeing it full 360, so you get a really nice view. So it's a great monitor view. Then once you've got that set up where you need to set it up, then you can run off and hide, so you're not in frame of it. That's a difficult thing about the 360. You've got to hide. So this on here, and you can then pan around, check it all around to make sure where you're hiding you don't actually show you're in frame, and then you click on record, and it's simple as that. Record what you need to do, press stop. You can play back as well. You can download it to the phone and have full playback on it, and then you can output this to Facebook and YouTube. But there's things you need to do when you edit this. There's things, because not a particular editing software. The Samsung software that comes with it, you can download on your PC. It's not, again, this is not iOS or Mac compatible. So to work with on the Mac, Final Cut Pro, it's great. There's a couple of plugins you need to purchase and buy to allow you to edit 360 or make changes to it once it's in post. Apart from that, it's very easy. We'll cover that video a bit later on how to do it. But this is an absolutely amazing camera, and it's what I've been doing on my 360 videos so far. And that 360 tour you watched this week this is the camera I actually use for that, and it's absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love it. It's a great camera. I've seen the Fly 360 video, 36182, which again, same sort of shape, maybe a bit more, has one camera on the top. Drone Minds, actually, I think they're going to be maybe doing a review because they brought one, and it has a camera on top. It records all round and above, but anything it doesn't do is record underneath. So if you look at the Go 360, Fly 360 videos they do themselves, you always, when you look down, you always see this great black spot, or they put a logo there, you can't see right round. But with the Samsung 360, when you look down, you see the floor. There's no black spots. It cuts out the tripod mount itself, but you do see the feet of the tripod, but only very small feet. But again, they're easy to cut out and post. But it records all round, the Samsung does, but the Fly 360 doesn't. It only records halfway round, so it's not a true 360. It's only got one camera, where this one has two cameras mounted really nicely on here, and does a fantastic job of it. So I'm chuffed with that. That's my new toy. So I decided to take this a bit further. I thought, no, I'm going to treat myself to the actual Samsung VR goggles to go with this. Now, once you've done recording, you download it to your phone, you can play it back on the headset, which is brilliant. So this is the headset, already got it out of the box. Straightforward. It has a touchpad on here to make selection, because when you run the app on the phone, it has a full menu system on here. So it has a full Samsung store to make purchases for VR games, make purchases for VR films, and all sorts of contents on here as well. They give you access to store your VR videos up there to play back and stream down, so it's brilliant. So this does require the Samsung phone, because it's not compatible with it. Again, like I said, it's not compatible with the iOS phones, only the Samsung phones it's compatible with. So that's why I've got my Samsung, this is Samsung 7 Edge phone, so this works really well. So that just slots in place at the bottom here, goes into sort of bay, clicks into place nicely. I can then use my standard charger for this in here. The charger I can also use for charging up the Samsung 360 camera as well. Now you can put the on the front to hide it all away with, and then put it on there, and then you can then choose your videos, and you can start watching them in the goggles. Now watching the video 360 on like your phone itself by moving around, yeah, it's a great experience, works really, really well, and it shoots and it's really crisp 4K. But when you got the VR goggles on, it's a completely different world. You feel like you're there. You feel like everything's around you. Much more better experience. So it's definitely a way to go. So if you can afford, or if you've already got a Samsung Edge phone, treat yourself to one of these, and definitely treat yourself to one of these. Even if you don't record 360, but you want to experience 360 and play games and all sorts, this is definitely worth investing if you've got a Samsung phone. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm going to buy the control pad for this, so because obviously you've got games on there that can either use the motion and movement of your head, or the swiping and stuff on the side here on the button, or you can use a pad playing games with, fully submerge yourself into it. Once you've got a nice pair of headphones on here, then you really get immersed into it. It's brilliant, and it really takes you out of the real world into a nice, fantastic new virtual world. But I love it. It's brilliant. So I tend to record stuff on here. I play back on here check everything all works fine, it looks great. Once it looks great and the editing's done, I've got the music's going with it and it looks fantastic, and then upload it straight to Facebook and YouTube. But you need to, when you edit it, there's a little bit of stuff, but we're going to cover the editing side because it's a little bit different. It's not as easy as taking it off the camera and uploading it. So if you want to put things together and patch it nicely and get it fading in and out, nice bit of soundtrack, once you've done that, there's little things you need to do in between for it to work on Facebook and YouTube. But we'll cover that on a tutorial on Final Cut Pro working with 360 video. So this is brilliant. And again, this, when you take the little stand off this, it's a standard screw mount for any tripod. So this will actually work on my Osmo tripod, which I tend to use all the time. So I just stick it on there, turn it around, give it a twist, lock it into place. Oh, camera up, back up. There you go. There you go. So on my Osmo, nice and easy. It's very lightweight anyway, so I don't need the full legs out on the side here. And this is great. Sorry about that. I'm doing a video interview tomorrow, so I will be using this 360 video rig. So this is going to be my behind-the-scenes camera. I record with my Osmo camera itself. So and this will be sort of stuck, situated in the room, showing all the behind-the-scenes, showing me interviewing the actual person I'm interviewing, and watching them react back, and then seeing how I actually use my cameras and stuff. So I'm going to do a lot more videos with this anyway. I'm going to do some more 360 videos for the YouTube channel as well, because you guys actually loved the videos so far, so I'm going to do some more stuff with you. But this is the camera I actually use, and this is definitely worth investing. And if you're really into your boys' toys, this is definitely investment, something to buy. So if you're going to buy this and your missus won't let you, just say, Jack's telling you, got to get one. This is great for the kids. So if you're out and about in playing on the field, kicking football about, position this in the middle on a nice tripod, nice solid tripod, and then play football around it. That's absolutely brilliant. So it's definitely worth getting for the family. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Any questions you got on this, please let me know, and I'll do another video if it needs be, and go into a bit more detail with the camera, and I'll show you some setting up, how to set it all up and stuff as well on another video very soon anyway. So thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.